want my kids to have everything that I didn't. You can say it's a big feeling of accomplishment. I grew up in a small town called Sun Valley, Idaho. It's a small mountainous town. My parents were both school teachers, raised in a family of 6. There was 5 boys and 1 girl in the family. I was second to youngest, and my father raised the family on not even $25,000 a year. So you could say we really grew up on humble beginnings. And we didn't have a lot, but what we did have we were extremely grateful for. And growing up in those type of conditions, I learned that if it's great to want something. I could want everything I wanted. I wanted a lot of things. But to really go out and achieve and get what I wanted, I had to go out and work hard for it. When I was 11 years old, I really wanted a go-kart. My parents said, that's great, now just figure out how to do it. I remember very vividly that it was snowing extremely hard, so I literally just walked out and I started asking the neighbors if I could shovel their driveways. When I was 17, I had the opportunity to go up to Alaska and Bristol Bay and do some commercial fishing. Loved having that opportunity because I was able to travel and work hard and see different parts of the country. And I did the same thing when I was 18 years old. Being young and away from home didn't really bother me at all, but I really grew an appreciation for different parts of America and being able to have the opportunity to work somewhere else rather than my hometown. I heard guys can make a lot of money selling alarm systems door to door. It's very popular amongst the Mormon faith because they're already accustomed to going door to door. All they had to do was change my pitch from preaching the gospel to selling a product. In this line of work, I would travel somewhere else every 6 months. I started off traveling in Arizona, Ohio, DC, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas. So pretty much we had the entire southern belt covered. Every single day we would work in a different town or city, and I really learned a lot about American history and basically what happened within all these different states, whether it be a battlefield, whether it be a big historic event, whether it be Lewis and Clark passing through a river. There were all these different elements of American history where I was working at, and I really learned to grow and appreciate that history. And that's when I really learned that patriotism is a relationship between you and your country.
Come on, we have to go hunt ISIS.
Let's go, boys. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, hey, babe. We were going to the pool. We were just coming to wake you.
It's kind of funny how things work because I was kind of sick of social media, and the social media at the time was just Facebook, and I was ready to delete it. And then my wife recommended that I start up an Instagram page. So I started up an Instagram page mainly just to put a place where I can put my hobbies, my guns, off-roading, how I feel about the country, history, and everything therein. And pretty soon it turned into, I guess, a sort of platform where everybody started kind of following me and having the similar beliefs of patriotism and the love for their country. So I started treating Instagram like a part-time job. And I remember one night I was holding my baby boy, and I literally had this father moment, kind of self-reflection. And I remember looking at him and I thought, man, I want you to accomplish everything you want to set out in life. I don't want you to be afraid of failure. I want you to go after your dreams, after all your goals. And then I kind of looked at myself as I thought that, looking at my boy, and I realized I'm a hypocrite. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm completely afraid of failure. So I completely decided that I needed to change some things up. And at that time, I told my wife, I was like, babe, if I do Instagram full time, I know I can make it. But the only way I'm gonna be able to do that is if I have your support. And at that time, I think I had about 60,000 followers. She looked at me and she said, I'll give you my support. So at that moment, I realized failure wasn't an option. We soon moved from Houston, Texas back to Utah, and I started doing Instagram full time. Growing up, the best bond I ever remember with my father is him working on his cars, whether it be changing tires, changing the oil, or greasing his cars. We had a bond there that I've never found anywhere else with my dad, and that's something that's always kind of stuck with me. Now, I always wanted to go to the races like NASCAR, the Mid 400, King of the Hammers, but my parents couldn't afford the travel, they couldn't afford the hotels, the food, and everything that lied in between in going to these events. But now, with me working in the platform that I am, I've really found an opportunity to work within the off-road community, and that's something I want to raise my family around, especially my kids. I want to be able to give them opportunities I was never given, and that's giving them skills they might not realize they have, but with being within the car community, I think they can find out if they want to be a mechanic, a race car driver, a navigator, even somebody who likes to detail cars or even restore cars. I think the car community, there's just so much positivity within it, and everybody wants everybody to excel and be better, and everybody appreciates each other's work, and they really want each other to thrive. That's an opportunity I want my kids to be around, is that kind of environment and community. My name is Vaughn, husband, father of 3, social media influencer known as TheManSpot online.